refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Applied myself. I felt it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me, keep on running toes. They gonna take it.
You want me to tell?
I've been doing this.
I felt it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I felt it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. Hey, y'all, we got a good episode for y'all today. Y'all know NFL Week 18 is here, the regular season finale. So we got myself, Tomo here. Y'all see Dave is not here with us right now. He's at work. He's still here with us, but he's at work, all right? He's not going to be on the show with us. But we got, myself and Mr. Get Done, son, Tomo, man. Like you ready to make these picks? Talk about these scenarios? How you doing?
Man, it's going to be tough because, my team is fighting for a 2 seed when we technically were supposed to be locked in at the 5. So, something about destiny. You don't control it.
Ooh, okay. Man, I'm excited. I know this ain't NFL related. I just got some big news. Sacramento Kings became the front runners of the Siakam special. So I'm excited, man. Let's get that news right before, the show. Hope we make that move. I just made it real about that, too, like 2 days ago. This is crazy.
Get Dallas fan upset.
Man, listen, all I know is that we just got to get forward because the Commanders, I need one of my teams to look decent, all right? But look, though, before we get to the show, make sure if you're watching, like this video on 3 platforms. We are streaming on 3 platforms, X, Facebook, and YouTube. Also share on all 3 platforms so people can come on and watch with you. Subscribe and follow if you haven't done it yet on all 3 platforms. Use the comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting down throughout the show. We're going to interact with y'all. We're going to laugh at some of them. We're going to be like, come on, man, to some of them. But if you get a super chat, put a super chat in there. You can skip the line like Lamar did for the MVP. And then you will get your shine. And we will read the whole comment in front of everybody. And you'll get your whole show on the platform. All right? Because we appreciate all the donations and the gifts. All right?
Donations.
There you go.
Yes.
And last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, the floor is yours.
See, Dave not here, but as in Dave's voice, I would say it's Friday. It's Turn Up Friday, or I can't say the other thing because it's a family show, but it's that type of Friday too. Or we can say Funky Friday, if you want to get down with the get down. But we got to turn up before we get into talking about the playoffs.
Turn me up, 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 up.
Now the show has been blessed and we can go on with it because we got to talk about it. Joe, you said it at the top of the episode. The playoffs are taking shape now. The last week of the season. It's something about this football season. We wait all off season for it. Then it's here. Then every week it's based upon if your team doing good or not, or if the chats is going up. You want to just hurry up till Sunday. They be like, all right, I need my team to bounce back so I can talk trash. And then you look up and it's playoffs. And it's like the season's over again. And we got to do it all over. So now, playoffs are shaping out. There's only like a couple teams that have clinched some playoff berths. In the NFC, you got San Fran, Philly, Detroit, the Cowboys, and the Rams. Pro Bowl. That started a lot of discussion in the chat too. But in the AFC, we got the Ravens, the Dolphins, Browns, Kansas City. And Kansas City. That's it right now. So that means there's 5 spots left.
Woo! A lot.
The parity. Ever since the NFL said something about running with the script, the parity has been on point. So we got to start with the NFC. In the first matchup we got here, we got the Vikings versus the Lions. I know the Lions still hurting off of that not checking in, but hey, you can't just walk into a hotel room without a key card. Make sure you check in, man. But if the Vikings, so here's the implications. If I said that right, I went to high school education right there. How the Vikings can clinch this playoff berth? Minnesota has to win, plus Green Bay has to lose, Seattle has to lose,
Oof.
and Tampa Bay has to lose.
Dang.
Or Minnesota wins, Green Bay loses, Seattle loses, and New Orleans loses. So somehow, some way, somebody from that NFC South got to lose. Joe, who you got winning this game?
Lions. Mullen starting. Lions at home. They just lost. I got the Lions. Finish the season off with a dub. Dan Campbell.
Man, I think I had more time to actually go through all the rundown of them making the playoffs than you making that pick, man. Because I'm going with the Lions too, though.
Sorry, Minnesota.
Yeah, it's not too much we can really talk about, man. They went through a lot this season, but school playoffs, no. And we're gonna talk about the Seahawks and the Cardinals. Man, Dave not here. I know he don't have no division pride when it comes to us talking about Madden Gate, but their division is tough. And look at it, the Rams made it, the 49ers made it, and now you got two teams battling for a spot. And the Cardinals of all teams just messing up everybody's Christmas plans. Seahawks is knocking on the door. The way the Seahawks can actually get into the playoffs, Seattle got to win, plus Green Bay lose or tie. Or Seattle tie, plus Green Bay loss, plus Tampa Bay loss or tie. I don't know how the NFL come up with this. This is too much. Or just one more scenario. Seattle ties plus Green Bay loss, plus a New Orleans loss or a tie. Then Seahawks can get in if they tie.
Sound like a cat in a hat book.
It is. And because it's the NFC West, this division is tough. You can't really just pick it like we did the last game. The Cardinals might try to mess some things up, man.
Mm-hmm.
And they did me a solid last week, and I think that's it for them. I'm going with the Seahawks.
Seahawks, all right. This is tough, Tomo, but I'm gonna go with the Cardinals, man. I'm gonna pick the Cardinals. Kyler Murray is trying to let these dudes know we don't need a court. You don't need a quarterback. We don't need a quarterback controversy even for the draft, all right? And we're gonna win games, and we're gonna finish the season strong, all right? So I got the Cardinals. I got Gannon and them boys. Got them getting them, have them boys ready to play. Gannon.
I was about to say you got the sound bite ready. Now we gotta go back up north to the NFC. Bears versus Packers. Again, the schedules come out and the NFL like, look, we're gonna make this a division game. And everyone's like, why are they doing this? Because I want to see my division opponents up front. Here we go. No Dak voice. Packers could get into the playoffs if they win, just win. Or they tie, plus Seattle loss. Or a tie. Then you got New Orleans loss or a tie. That's insane. Scenario number 2, Green Bay ties plus Seattle loss plus Tampa Bay loss. Man. Or scenario 3, Green Bay tie plus Seattle tie, Tampa Bay lose or tie, Minnesota or tie. Yeah, y'all gotta get a pencil out. Minnesota lose or tie, Seattle lose plus Tampa Bay loss. Or this is too much.
I know, right?
Win. Hey, Green Bay, just win at this point. Minnesota lose or tie, plus Seattle loss, and New Orleans lose. It's a lot, I know.
I'm gonna go with the Packers, man. I had the Packers making a playoff before the season started, and they got to a late rally. So I'm gonna roll with the Packers. They beat it's crazy. They played them in the first game of the season. Like now they got them in the last game of the season. Now the Bears have been playing good lately too, though. But I'm gonna roll with the Packers, man, because they need a win to get in.
See, the tough part about this one is I'd rather see the Packers if the Cowboys get that 2 seed. Because as it stands right now, if Green Bay wins and the Cowboys get the 2 seed, they play each other. And that's the team that I think we can get our win off. But something about them Bears, no. He ain't there. He ain't there. He on Pat McAfee giving the Cowboys hope. So he ain't there no more.
Okay.
And plus, I need this win. It's a moral victory for me once we win. But same thing you said about Kyler Murray and the Cardinals, I can say the same thing about the Bears and Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna go out there and show that, hey, DJ Moore helped somebody beat me in a fantasy league. They got their wide receiver. Justin Fields has been back healthy and he's been making plays, like spectacular plays. They've been comparing him to Michael Vick all of a sudden. I was like, where all the field slang to go? Personal reasons, I want to say the Packers, but I think the Bears gonna win this game.
Yeah.
And
Chris Jordan loves hopes.
Yeah. And I'm only doing that because it's on the airways now, so hopefully it bounced back in my favor. Packers win. Next game. This your division here. You picked the Falcons to win this division. A lot of people said the Saints because of the quarterback. Now look at it. Both of these teams don't have a chance to make the playoffs. The Saints do. So what's the stakes right now? NFC South title. New Orleans wins plus Tampa Bay lose or a tie. Scenario 2, New Orleans tie plus Tampa Bay loss. Who you got?
You already know, man. I got the Falcons, man. I picked them before the season.
Hold up, my bad. It's so much going on. That's how they can win the division.
Okay, you got more.
How they can get in the playoffs is New Orleans win plus Seattle loss or tie plus Green Bay loss tie. Scenario 2, New Orleans tie plus Seattle loss and Green Bay lose. So they got two things riding right here. They're trying to win the division and get in the playoffs, or they could just get in the playoffs. So you picked the Falcons though.
Falcons dub. I got the Falcons. Falcons dub.
This is a weird team. So I'm gonna go with the Saints. I think they're gonna get in the playoffs. I don't think they're gonna win the division though.
Yeah, you I think you picked them right before the season.
I picked them to win it, but Tampa Bay made a run, so
yeah,
I'll take the loss. The Chargers messed up my AFC bracket, so I'm already done, son. When it comes to those. Next game.
I don't want to talk about who messed up my bracket, but just go ahead.
The Cowboys making the playoffs.
Hey, and the Commanders making it.
Well, hey, I had y'all finishing third, man. I didn't know it was gonna go this way. I didn't know.
It was ugly.
Bucks Panthers. What's the stake for Tampa Bay? The division title. Tampa Bay win or Tampa Bay tie plus New Orleans loss with the tie. Then the Bucks. Then the Bucks can get the division. Clinch a playoff berth. Tampa Bay tie plus Seattle loss. Green Bay loss or tie.
Who I got? See, it's a weird setup game, man. I had to think long about this time.
No, you didn't.
The Panthers played on tough the first time around. We won by one possession. Baker Mayfield is hurt right now. He's hurt. He's playing injured. So he's questionable to play. The Panthers, they don't own the number 1 overall pick. The Bears do. So they want to win this game. You know, so I'm going with the upset, man. I'm going with the upset. I'm picking the Panthers to beat the Bucks. Sorry, Kev. I know it's your surprise team of the year, I guess.
I know you the lone wolf. I don't think we have an actual wolf on here, but
we got the It's my step on this too, though.
Now, quick question: If the Panthers win, do the Commanders still have a chance to get the number 1 pick?
Nah.
The Panthers lost too many games. I'm tripping.
Now I would have doubled down on that pick then. If that was the case, I was like, Panthers, let's go! I'm throwing on the Panthers jersey.
Well, you might need to because they definitely not winning this game. They are losing this one. I'm sorry. Last week, I know the Bucs struggled against the Saints, but Baker gonna wake up and actually make some plays. I got the Bucs winning this one. Look, they going up in the comments.
Somebody need to teach him how to teach.
Hold up.
Teach Blaze how to do it.
Oh, he did a. Hey man, shout out to Blaze with the $4.99 super chat, man.
We waiting for the message.
You know what it is? That was Nick Sirianni message to the team. I ain't got nothing to say to y'all. Matter of fact, not even Nick. That was AJ Brown quote. I ain't got nothing. It's nothing personal against y'all. I just ain't got nothing to say. We appreciate the $4.99 super chat, man.
Appreciate you. Hey, maybe he's there to count of his heart. You know what? Let me throw him $5. Hey, appreciate you, Blaze.
And it's perfect timing because the next game is Eagles versus Giants. So we already know what's at stake. The NFC East title. I told y'all earlier in the show that the Eagles already in the playoffs. They don't have to worry about getting in the dance. They there. They just looking for a date.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe they're looking for an expensive tuxedo because they trying to get the NFC pellet on their tux, you know. Philly wins, Dallas lose, or tie. Philly gets the division and possibly the 2 seed. No, they locked in at the 2 seed. I don't think the Lions can still get it. Dallas tie plus Philadelphia. Oh no, I'm reading Dallas. I'm sorry. I'm jumping ahead. Philadelphia tie or Dallas lose, then they get the NFC East crown. They playing the Giants. It's the second go round. They already like snuck out of there with one. The Cardinals beat them. They already in a tizzy. I heard that Devontae Smith not playing. We know Slay not playing as long as Matt Patricia is the defensive coordinator.
I know, right?
Hey, quote unquote, he's recovering from his surgery. This is a tough one because there's a lot of players sitting out on both sides of the ball, you know. I'm gonna go with the Eagles, man. I gotta trust Jalen Hurts to do his thing, man. And in my AJ voice, as long as one back there, man, we got a shot.
And look, I'm assuming that this is funny. I'm assuming this is a super chat. So okay. Shout out to Blaze for the $4.99 super chat. All right, let's go Eagles. And with the zip mouth emoji, I'm gonna be quiet. That's all he's gonna say. All right, look, I'm gonna pick the Eagles, and I'm gonna pick a score like 35 to 14, 13.
Oh, they need that. They need.
I got them blowing them out.
Yeah, they need that one because if there's anything close, I don't know. It's an ugly win.
Hey, Blaze, your age is showing, man. It's like, how to do this thing? I hit the wrong button.
NFC East, man. You see the star, you see the W. It's going down. Cowboys versus Commanders, man. Last time this year, you know, the Cowboys was getting into the playoffs, and then Sam Howell was making his debut, and they went up. Maybe, I don't know. Is it Sam Howell or was it Dak giving y'all a pick six on the same play twice?
Back to back.
I don't know. I mean, we gonna see. So how the Cowboys can get the division is really the flip side of everything I said about the Eagles. Dallas got to win, or Dallas tie plus Philly tie. They get it, or Philly lose. Destiny. We can't control it. Who win in this game, Joe?
Cowboys. But I got to be in a much closer game than it was the first game, though. I think it'll be a game that you would tune in to to late in the fourth quarter. I think I'm not gonna say it's gonna come down to like the last possession, but it's gonna be late with 4 minutes left, and the game is still like in reach of any team to win. So, but I'm gonna say the Cowboys gonna win and hold on to that division crown.
Okay. Well, the NFC East is a tricky one because no one has ever won it. Oh, you getting money tonight. We gotta start the show at 7:30. I see. Shout out to Cardo, man, with the $1.99 super chat. We here. Cowboy emoji, blue heart, silver heart, hashtag that get back. And if you know the song, you can finish it, but hashtag that get back. I mean, every time Cardo said that, he been right. So I think the Cowboys going to win this one. Joe, I agree with you that it is going to be a close game. It's going to be one of them games that you do have to watch into the fourth quarter. But the only reason you're going to be watching it to the fourth quarter is because the Eagles and the Cowboys play at the same time. So you won't know who's going to win until it's over. So that's the only reason you're going to be watching it to the fourth quarter. I think it's not going to be no 40 points because it's supposed to rain or snow in this area. So we're really going to see what happens there. But Dallas going to win this one. They need this one as a confidence booster. You blow the Commanders out on the road, then you get to go back home with the 2 seed, and it's up from there.
Just give me the second pick of the draft.
Man, I'll ask you about that later. I'll ask you about that later. So that's a very interesting conversation.
But play hard, though. Don't get blown out.
I mean, we got to see you going to sit out. We don't know who's sitting out for y'all right now.
No, we going all in. We Ron Rivera last game. They going to try to win for the coach.
I seen somebody said he was cleaning out his locker already.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't surprised. Man, already got his ticket booked and everything. As soon as the game over, he gonna shake hands and he out.
Man, that's gonna be funny. EV gonna be like, hey, come on over, man. Come on, if you're a free agent, come on over. It's my time.
Then somebody say Caleb Williams is more like Patrick Mahomes. When EB with Andy Reid.
That's why I don't want it. That's why I don't want that to happen.
Conversation.
He's from here. I don't want that to happen, man. Because I'm gonna have to root for him because he's from the home team, man.
Real quick though, before you move forward, it looks like you got the playoff scenario as it is, basically, right? Green. No, you don't. You have the Seahawks against y'all because you got the Seahawks winning, right? But you got the Packers losing, so you got y'all against the Seahawks. You got Rams, Detroit, Philly, Tampa Bay, basically.
Yep.
And I have Green Bay, Cowboys, Rams, Detroit, Philly, and Atlanta.
Ooh. You know what? Before we go to the AFC, I'm glad you were writing that down because that makes a good little segment right there. I think Philly can do it. That's the confidence booster they would need. Hold up, they will have to go to Atlanta, right?
Yeah, go to Atlanta. Yeah,
they could win that game.
Mm-hmm. And now, Baker hurt. They gonna win against the Bucks too. Baker hurt.
See, Baker gonna tell you he hurt, and then he gonna go out there and throw the ball up. But that would be good for Philly. They would need that. That's a momentum booster right there because they could run the ball on the Falcons and all that. Yeah. Now the Detroit Rams. That's gonna be interesting.
That's gonna be a dog fight.
Yeah, I don't know. I like your bracket a little bit better.
I mean, Seahawks and y'all again.
I ain't trying. I'm trying to get an easy win, Joe.
Entertaining game last time.
Yeah. I'm trying to get an easy one though. Not easy money, but an easy win.
That game was entertaining though. It was like a lot of big plays that game.
Yeah, and Jordan Love ain't no slouch. I'm not saying it like he's a slouch. I'm just saying as far as keeping up with the score, I don't think the Packers can keep up with us.
And one thing I'm liking about this in like the wild card teams, you got potentially could be Matt LaFleur, really good coach. Dude from the can't think of his name. Seahawks. Seahawks coach.
Now you threw me.
I know, right? We all know you're talking about good coach, you know. So it's gonna be good. I'm not a big fan of Todd Bowles. I'm not, but and definitely a big fan of the Falcons coach. God dang. Maybe they need a coach so he can just move on.
That's why I said this would be good for the Eagles because now you can go down there, beat up on a bad bird, get back.
I don't know. The Eagles find the power of Taylor Heineke. Last time the Eagles played Taylor Heineke, what happened?
I tell you this, Joe. The Eagles lose to the Falcons in the playoffs. They leaving all the chats for like 2 weeks because there's nothing you can say at that point.
Pete Carroll, I don't know why we didn't think of Pete Carroll, but Taylor Heineke, last time he played Philly, he got that dub. So.
Man. Well, the last time this team played Baltimore, they got that dub. With Big Bon now. I don't know he here, but he gonna like this one because we gotta talk about the Steelers versus the Ravens.
AFC.
The Boss Bird, the best team in the NFL right now. Blowing people out. You know? Now the Steelers are trying to get into the playoffs. How the Steelers can get into the playoffs? Do you have a minute? Because it's a long list. All right. Pittsburgh has to win, plus Buffalo lose. So Vaughn is trying to be part of FJA this weekend. That's one scenario. Scenario number 2, Pittsburgh wins plus Jacksonville loses or ties.
How about this? Read like this, like Pittsburgh win or Buffalo lose or Jag. You know what I mean?
All right, cool.
That's easy for you.
If Buffalo loses and Pittsburgh wins, then they end. Now, if Pittsburgh wins, they need these teams to lose or tie. Jacksonville, Houston, Indianapolis. Those are the 3 teams they need to just.
Talking about if Buffalo wins, they need 3 teams to lose.
No, if Pittsburgh wins.
Okay.
Oh no, I got you. Yeah, Buffalo wins. Yes, this is what they need to lose or tie. I told you it's a long list. It is a long list. Also, think about this: Pittsburgh ties with the Ravens. Say the Ravens be petty and they just go for a tie. Pittsburgh get a tie, and then what they need is Jacksonville to lose, plus the Texans and the Colts.
Tie.
Hopefully that game doesn't end in a tie. Oh. They need just one of those teams, right? Or Jacksonville lose, plus Denver wins. Houston or Indianapolis doesn't end in a tie. So they just need that game to not end in a tie. But they also pulling in Denver in one of these scenarios. It's crazy. It's like winning the Powerball. So if I'm Pittsburgh, just go win and hopefully everything falls in your place at this point. Yeah, now for me, I don't know who I'm gonna pick in this game because I heard I don't know if the Ravens really gonna sit all their players like they said
They
were.
send a lot. They send some people though.
I know Lamar not playing, right? I think the backup's playing for them, right?
Yeah, Lamar not playing.
Then the Ravens not gonna win this. The Ravens not gonna win this game. I'm sorry. They lose when Lamar not playing. I'm sorry. And I know Odell got incentives and everything, but the Steelers are gonna come in there. They kind of hungry. They found their actual backup quarterback is Mason Rudolph. It's not Pickett or the other guy. I don't even want to say his name. Trubisky. But yeah, I got the Steelers still in this one.
Yeah, Odell not playing.
He not with the incentives?
Yeah, he's out. He's out, and Zay Flowers is doubtful.
Oh yeah. The Ravens gonna take. I mean, the Steelers gonna take this.
Yeah, so sorry, Vaughn. I think the Ravens gonna win this game.
With all that,
I think so, man. They already beat the Ravens. It's that Raven pride. They're gonna try to win this game because they are on a hot streak. They don't want to end the season with an L at the end of the day. The Steelers aren't really a good team. They just been squeezing out these wins. So I got the Ravens. Will be better to crush their hopes, their playoff hopes, you know. And the last time we saw the Steelers on Saturday, it was horrible.
That is true.
All right. So, but yeah, I'm picking the Ravens to win this game.
Man, after reading all that, if I'm the Ravens, I want to win this game too. Because look what they need if they lose. You need Denver, another game just to end. Like it's, I don't know. I'm sorry, NFL. Y'all came up with these tiebreakers. Y'all are good at algebra because I damn sure couldn't figure none of this out. Now, AFC South.
This one get real.
This one, they not even supposed to be in this conversation.
I know, right?
And they in the conversation. Man, rookie of the year. Gotta be. Hands down. There's nobody that's up there. Because how the rookie of the year was even talked about as being in the MVP conversation. That's how much they was balling.
That never happens in the NFL for real.
Man, Houston versus the Colts. Steichen. That offense, man, with the homeless man. Look at that. This is insane. So we got two situations here. Houston can clinch the AFC South title with a win or Jacksonville loss or a tie.
I think that's a typo. Houston, only team in that division that control their own destiny for the title is the Jaguars. Or the Jaguars. So Houston needs Jaguars to lose to win the division.
That's what it is. It's lose. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but no, I think when you read it don't even say that. You know, like I was confused when I read that myself. I'm like, hold up. So if Houston win, they win the division, and if Jacksonville win, they win the division. What's going on?
Yeah, nah. Puka has a shot at what? Oh, they in there having a whole nother conversation. I'm sorry, listeners. But how the Texans can clinch a playoff berth? Houston win, or Houston tie plus Jacksonville lose plus Pittsburgh lose or tie. Colts, they got a shot at this too. They got some scenarios. So here we go to Colts. They can get the AFC South title too. If they win plus Jacksonville lose or a tie, the Colts tie plus Jacksonville lose. That's how they can get the AFC South. I never seen it where three teams got a shot to try to get a chance at the division title. Come on, NFC East. Maybe 2 years from now, but not right now. Don't do it next year. How the Colts can just get in the playoffs. Scenario one, the Colts got to win. Oh, you're talking about rookie of the year. Okay. Or scenario two, the Colts got a tie plus Pittsburgh lose or tie. So Steelers is just in the mix of everything. With that being said, I'm going with it's a tough one.
It's a big game.
These are some good games here. I'm gonna go with the Colts, man, because they cheated my man Zaire Franklin. They snubbed him. That's who I should have picked as my snub yesterday for the Pro Bowl. I'm sorry, bro, but they snubbed him, and they're gonna be upset. I think the Colts gonna win this one.
So the Colts scenario, if they win, What like okay, they win. What else they need to happen again?
You talking about playoffs or just
It's a
AFC?
playoffs, not the division. It's a playoff.
Oh, they just need to win.
Oh,
Then they
they
in the
in. Okay.
playoffs. Yeah.
Tomo, we're on the same page for a while. We was disagreeing. Like we agree with the Lions, and then every other pick. Oh yeah, we agree with the Cowboys and Eagles, but I got the Colts, man. They at home. It's gonna be good because the Eagles offensive coordinator left and led that team with a homeless man quarterback to the playoffs. That's gonna be something. They're gonna be like, dang, must be nice. You know, so I got the Colts.
Yeah, I say it in Teddy voice. Dang.
Nah,
Now the next game we got here, this division, man. This division.
it's real.
Jags at the Titans.
It's real.
Now what's at stake again? I told y'all before the AFC. Somebody got to win the division. Somebody has to. Is it going to be the ex offensive coordinator for the Eagles, or is it going to be the ex head coach? We don't know yet. But if the Jags want to win this division, they need to just go out and win the game. Or if they decide to take a couple plays off and the game ties, then they need Houston and Indianapolis to tie. But they just say, you know what? They can have the AFC. We just want to get into the playoffs. Then Jacksonville needs to tie, or Pittsburgh lose, or tie. You know that situation. They can lose or tie. Pittsburgh lose plus Denver lose. Why is Denver in these mixes?
I know right now. I didn't even know that.
Denver just sitting back like, what I got to do with this?
I know.
Now Denver lose or tie plus Indianapolis or Houston does not end in a tie.
Who did Denver play?
I think they had to play one. They had to play the Steelers and the Jags. I think. I mean, the Jags had to play the Steelers.
No, I'm talking about the Broncos. Like, why
I got you. The Broncos had to play both of those teams, I guess, or they have a common opponent somewhere with the Broncos. It has to be that.
Okay, I see you saying.
Look, Shane, or are you saying Shane?
Oh, they play the Raiders. What the heck?
Yeah. For this one though, I'm going with the Jags.
Trevor Lawrence hurt too, so he might not play. That's gonna make it interesting. But I'm going with the Jags too. I had them winning the division before the season. I had them as the 4th seed, and that's where they're gonna finish as the 4th seed.
Yeah, and I think Will Levis done for the season too. So.
Oh yeah, Jags.
Yeah, Jags.
Dougie P, you better not mess this up.
Now, I don't think he's gonna do this.
2 former Eagles coordinators and coaches make the playoffs. Dang, must be nice that they let go.
The Eagles ties. I mean, one of them won the Super Bowl.
Hey, you go brag about that all you want. You probably wish you still had one. Y'all let. Now the Colts, I get it. He had an opportunity, he left. Dougie P, y'all fired that man.
They gonna do the same thing to Nick Sirianni. Don't worry about it. The writing's on the wall.
Hey, if we got a hot seat top when the season over, who's gonna be on the hot seat? Sirianni gonna be on the hot seat next year.
Next year, on the hot seat with the fans right now.
Oh, with the fans?
Yeah, you don't hear how they talking about this guy? It's crazy.
I'm not happy. It's like, your boy.
Oh, my bad. The trilogy. Y'all are hilarious. Now, the next game, we got Josh Allen versus Tua.
The finale.
Stephon Diggs versus what's my man Tyreek Hill. How we gonna do this, man? What's gonna happen here? You know what's at stake: the division title, and the Dolphins can get it if they just win or tie. Bills. Man, I hope the Dolphins win, but what the Bills need, they can win the division, or they just got to win. They got to win if they want to get the division. But if they want to make the playoffs, they got to tie, or Pittsburgh lose or tie, or Jacksonville lose or tie. Houston and Houston and the Colts, they tie. AJ has spoken. So for me, you on mute, Joe. Oh yeah, but for me, with this one, it's a tough one because I know we came on here yesterday and we asked who's gonna be the more scariest, who's the scariest team going into the playoffs, and I picked the Dolphins because of the mystery factor. You don't know what you're gonna get with this team.
Uh-oh.
And because you don't know what you're gonna get with this team, I had to go back and do some research.
Ooh.
I remember we had a topic on here where we all asked who is now the best team in this division. Remember when the Dolphins were winning, got Jalen Ramsey, we started adding pieces, and we were like, it was clear cut. Everybody said the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
And then my man right there in the comments, he just popped up, perfect timing. Not AJ Ado. He said, "Why y'all sleeping on the Bills? Y'all acting like the Bills can't go out here and do this." Technically, all season we were almost right. And if the Dolphins lose, I'm gonna say I'm sorry, kid. But if they don't, I was right because the Dolphins are the best team in this division, and I'm going with the Dolphins because of that reason. I got to go down with the ship.
All right. So you got the Dolphins. Okay. So based on I'm gonna go with the Dolphins too. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Dolphins. The Bills are. I feel like they're due for a loss. They've been winning these games and not really playing well. The only time they really played well was against y'all. Outside of that, they didn't really play good. They did enough to get by. So the Dolphins, they got blown out by the Ravens, but they did have a big win a week before that against y'all.
Common opponent. Look at that. They both had
Yo,
their
y'all
best
the
games.
comments.
And they both had their best games against us. Look at that.
Dang. Dolphins are at home. Dolphins are a different team at home. Warm weather. Now, Waddle's not going to be there. He's hurt. We all know Bradley Trevor's out. So it's going to be tough for Miami, but I'm gonna go with Miami. I had Miami finishing second overall, and that's how they're going to finish this season, second overall.
Now,
So, go ahead.
I would say, Kev, I know you posted that, and you said why the Eagles don't get the same. Why the Eagles don't get the same stamp as the Dolphins? I want you to elaborate a little bit more on that, but I'll wait to the chat to understand what you mean by that.
Really, the Cowboys and the Dolphins are similar.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
yeah.
I would say that Eagles they
go
lose home away. They just I don't know what the heck the Eagles are. You know what? In the beginning of the year, the Eagles were what the Rams are now, right? And right now, the Eagles are what the Rams were in the beginning. They just switched roles.
That is true. And if you think about
the Rams.
and if you think about AFC counterparts, it's definitely Dolphins and the Cowboys. Because what's the narrative? They can't beat a good team. Both of them finally beat a team that was over 500. They did it. Just so happened that it was the Cowboys on the Dolphins end. But also, what did you just say about the Dolphins winning this game? They're at home. That was the first statement you made. So the Dolphins are different at home. Boom.
Yep. They got one loss at home against the Titans, and that was like a fluke win. Like,
oh yeah, well, then they ain't us. We don't know how to do that at home. I'm sorry. That's one thing we can do. Even if the ref got to help us out. I'm sorry.
All right. So based on your bracket, all right, this is your matchups. You have. Okay. So all right, you have the Colts against Miami still. No. You have Miami against Pittsburgh.
I picked them to win. Yeah.
Yeah, you picked the Steelers, and you picked the Bills to lose. So you got Miami against Pittsburgh. You got Colts against Kansas City. Browns against the Jags, and Baltimore is waiting for the winner.
Man.
And then me, I have the same thing. I have Colts, Dolphins, Bills, Chiefs, Cleveland, Jaguars. Basically, what it is. That's why I have.
Okay. Cleveland gonna shock some people, man.
I know.
Say this your year.
Book it. Cleveland over Jacksonville. I'm already breaking that.
Yeah, you gotta say that. Kansas City, they find their legs if they play the Colts in my bracket. So they gonna I got a lot of brackets where people can find their legs, man. I don't think I like. No, you got Atlanta playing the Eagles, right?
Yeah.
Steelers, Dolphins. That's gonna be an interesting one if it goes down that way, man.
I know we were talking like yesterday. Remember about the?
It's gonna be some brotherly shoves
Oh
going
yeah,
on, man. I don't know, man.
yeah, it's gonna be crazy tomorrow. Oh, it's funny. Hey,
What?
but
Hey,
yeah,
Carl,
Pittsburgh gotta
funny.
take care of business Saturday though. Let's see.
At the end of the day, yeah, if your team got 16 scenarios and I had to go through them like I was reading the algebra bracket or trying to read the equation of pi, you better just win. Like you don't need no hope. Just go win. That's it. That's my only moral. And Kev, I seen your comment. The Dolphins actually looked good this season. There were games where they had the 70 piece. There were also other games where they were able to put up points. Thing about the Eagles, that's why we can't compare y'all to that. And the mystery factor that I'm speaking of, and let me explain the mystery factor to you because you probably wasn't here. And for the new listeners, when I say the mystery is meaning we know they can score with the best of them. We know their defense can make the stops, but are they going to be able to do it in the playoffs against a good team? We have yet to see it in the offseason, but everyone keeps saying that the playoffs is different. So that's why I say you don't know what you're going to get with this team. With the Eagles, when I say I don't know what I'm going to get, it's meaning you've been in too many close games with bad teams for me to say that we don't know what we're going to get. We don't know if you're going to win.
They had one blowout win, I think, the whole year. That was Tampa Bay, if I'm not mistaken.
The Eagles?
Yeah, that was the only convincing win from start to finish. Like, okay.
And the last time they won by double digits was the Miami game.
And that was a close double-digit game. Like,
so yeah. I get what you're saying, man. But again, all season, Michael Irvin said it. As you play throughout the season, you're collecting information to get to your destination. And the information that you collected showed that if another team comes prepared, they can beat you. That's what I collected on that team. Like with the Cowboys, you could say it. If you're bad, they're going to run it up. If they get turnovers, they can run it up. If the Cowboys don't get turnovers, boom. Oh, my goodness.
I know. Most dangerous is like an underdog we're talking about, right?
Yes.
Like somebody you don't expect.
Yeah, what's understood don't got to be explained when it comes to the Ravens, okay? Like it's like saying we don't know what we're going to get from the 49ers. That would be blasphemous to say that. Like we know what we're going to get from them.
And then Kakara said they blew out the Dolphins. No, y'all didn't. That game was a close game for real until y'all took off at the end for real. I'm talking about from start to finish. The only team y'all really dominated was the Buccaneers all year. We seen the Dolphins at least dominate the bad teams. Here's the difference. I'm gonna say yesterday, Tom.
I would say Minnesota too. I think.
Minnesota start creeping back. Remember? They got into a 1-touchdown game, and then Devontae Smith got that bomb, and they kind of like sealed the deal. But remember, like Minnesota got down because of the turnovers, and Minnesota like climbing back. They like Philly
the fumble in the back, the touchback too. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Right.
So like the difference between the Bills and the Dolphins, and J-Mo said it. Shout out to J-Mo. The Dolphins, you put them in front of a bad team, just like y'all. They're gonna show y'all you a bad team. The Bills be losing to the bad teams, but when the Bills play the good teams, they show up. They like the teams that actually lost to this year: the Patriots, the Jets, the Broncos.
The dogfight with the Patriots last week.
Like they beat the Chiefs, they beat the Dolphins, they beat the Cowboys. They like the good teams. They barely should have beaten the Eagles, but but good teams they show up. Bad teams they play to level of competition. That's what it is.
The Bills are the Wizards.
Bills
my old Wizards. We used to lose the bad team. Yeah, yeah. You're not this one. This one they gonna lose. They'll lose to us if we put a team together. I don't know what's up with them. But now that might actually be the one game where Jordan Poole put up 50 points. But other than that, the old Wizards where we would go play the Pacers who were bad at that time. And then LeBron and the Miami Heat show up, and now we in double overtime. It's like, wait a minute. We just played bad last night. What was you saving energy for this game? So yeah.
Let's wrap this up. That was a good episode. Loud on the line. We're gonna go back to this episode on Monday. All right, y'all. So thank you for staying to the end. Let's get these last words. Kings, man. Sacramento. Siakam. Big news. And it's happened to be we played Toronto tonight. How ironic is that, Tomo? We play
You
on
gonna get on
tonight.
the plane?
You know, no, they coming here. So Siakam, I hope you brought your family because you ain't leaving. He's staying right here. All right. So make the deal. Get Siakam. Get Siakam. Commanders, just play hard. Make it a tough game. Let Ron Rivera lead the locker room and say, I know we lost, but I'm proud of y'all. Y'all fought to the end. All right. And then let's move on. Let's start the Blackout Monday. Let's get rid of this. Hey, get rid of everybody we gotta get rid of. I'm cool with anybody. I don't care no more. Let's get rid of who we gotta get rid of, and let's move forward to something better.
Look, hold on.
I know, right?
Before you do the hold up. Before you do the hold up. I got you, Dave. I got you, Dave. But Ty, the Pacers were bad before you became a fan. It was you that made them the good luck charm. Embrace it. I couldn't say the Pistons back then because they were actually good back then. Now they bad. I'm sorry. That's the only thing I could think of. Or I could have said Orlando. You're right. Orlando. But now they good. Look at the universe. The teams that were good in the late 2000s, they suck now. And the teams that sucked back then, they good now.
Hey, the Pacers beat the Bucks 4 times this year.
Yeah, that's why I said back then. My bad, Ty. I'll take that L. The truce is still on. Now,
all right, go ahead.
I know my man got a hold up. My bad. I got to replay it, Dave. So I had to address that. I don't want in the red corner, after the charity event. They talking about they jumping people, man.
I know, right?
Shout out to Dave, man. Mr. Turn Up himself or Mr. Doghouse. Make sure you don't want to be on the outside of the doghouse. No, you do. You want to be in the yard. You don't want to be inside the doghouse. Because, man, that episode was fire. Go back and check that out because he put a lot of good people in the doghouse. He said, great show, fellas. It will be exciting this week because the chats are going to go up. Make sure you become a member. My last words.
Real quick, like Tomo said, go check out Dave's Doghouse. It aired today at 12:45, 12:50. Check out In the Red Corner's interview too. All right, they get an introduction video, and Tomo, you can. I don't know if you want to announce the rest or you want.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I got you. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said it because you reminded me too. But my last words is more so. I told y'all in the middle of the season. I might have said it after the Cowboys got spanked by the 49ers, man. I said, look, I got to enjoy these wins because when these losses come and the season is over, it's not going to be too much trash talk. You're going to have to join the people in the stands and just cheer with them or boo with them. And now that day is coming. Cowboys, you got to go out there. You come into D.C., you got to win this game. Everyone in the media, the tide is shifting again. A lot of people are starting to defend Dak Prescott and say he was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFC all season. I was like, you didn't have that energy earlier, but now the energy is here. They doing the build-up. I see what they doing. They building this up so that if we lose, they're going to drop us right back down. So don't fall for it, Cowboy fans. Don't fall for none of it. None of the media hype. Keep the same energy like we had all season. And to the Eagles fans, Kev, specifically you, I told you when them tables turn and your quarterback get to turning that ball over, it's going to get ugly. And coach, Dak Prescott, 10 interceptions. You said he was going to throw 15. He had 8. I remember. My last announcement is for my guys at In the Red Corner. First things first, shout out to R2L, the network, all the shows on the network, all the interviews have been like that. If y'all notice, we branched everyone out into their own channels. So make sure y'all go subscribe to their channels. This is still home base, but everyone has their own platform now. And In the Red Corner, they got a big interview on Sunday. So if you're a boxing fan, there we go. Oh, I got to say the keyword rumble. They get ready to rumble on Sunday. They got a big interview. I'm almost at tears, man. I'm proud of these boys, man, for doing this. They got an interview with one of the best boxers in boxing right now, his trainer, Bud Crawford. They got Bomac coming on. They're going to do a live interview on Sunday, so make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all hit that notification button because you want to be there from start to finish. And when you got Ty interviewing and you got Fast Camp and you got Ricky, you never know what's going to happen. So make sure y'all in the comments.
Congrats to them.
Yeah.
That's a big move. A big move. It could be the launch of the channel for real. They channel.
Got that anyway segment. You're gonna take off.
Facts. All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all next episode.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.